all three levels of the game.
They have been the two dominant forces since they joined the ACC 6 years ago, regularly winning regular season. Ivy taking over for the retired Muffet McGraw.
Beth, if Notre Dame's going to have a chance, I think they have to shrink the game. They've got to make sure they execute.
There is the starting lineup for Louisville, and it features one of the top freshmen in the league, Haley Van Lith.
Prohaska has got to know there's a reason why she's wide open. Okay, she's not known as a scorer. That's what she does to help the Irish facilitate their offense.
Look at Olivia Miles, highly touted freshman. It's something we've seen around the country, Debbie, with players due to the pandemic and whether or not they're high school. Here is Dana
there's a
Evans.
lot of with the left.
Dana Evans is the 5'6" senior from Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, there's the speed advantage right there in that matchup. She gets Mabry leaning just a little bit.
Here is a look at Dana's career from freshman team to sixth player to ACC Player of the Year, and now the leading scorer in the conference. Only Louisville jerseys around that rebound. Van Lith with the push.
And you know, Notre Dame, I don't expect
performance against BC, Debbie.
You know, Beth, I don't expect, and that's a mistake not closing out on Mabry, but I don't expect playing on winning teams.
Steal. And well done by Notre Dame. The lefty Van Lith off the mark, and the Irish have a run out. And another layup. Mabry with the finish. Miles to Mabry for three. It opens everything up for everybody else.
See, Mabry can run the floor up the wing, not have to handle the ball up the court.
On 11-0 run, and that was a glimpse right there, Debbie, of how Miles can make a difference as Evans has a shot at a three-point play. Maddie Westbeld rejected. Good help defense.
Elizabeth Balagoon,
yeah. Cochran bothered the shot. And now it's Louisville with the push. Robinson all the way, an 8-0 Cardinal run. Half brought in former Irish player Coquise Washington, former head coach herself. This is Carol Owens. And the run out here for Notre Dame.
That Louisville, uncontested layups, that Louisville has not done a good job of defending. They've got to do a better job of shot selection. It's part of the reason why Notre Dame's been able to get on some runouts.
Eriko Kono. Now Balagoon. Nice ball fake. She's the primary
switch
ball
on that
handler here too, Debbie, with Miles out.
You got to have high hands on that switch right there, Beth, because she can pull the trigger behind that screen.
The entry to Brunelle. Peoples. Off the crossover, and the dump off.
Now Haley Van Lith will get a chance at the point.
Prohaska trying to defend on Evans. Cochran, the freshman, gets the rebound and gets to the rim for an and one. NC State or South Carolina going to move to the top of the polls this week, Debbie, as we see Evans breaking out and picking up the assist.
The win over South Carolina was without Jada Boyd in the early part of the season. Now both teams are different now, but still, it's very impressive on the resume.
The only loss was without Kunane, correct? She missed that game against Virginia Tech.
In overtime on the road.
Balagoon, first step to the baseline for Louisville. I'm sure
looking
Andy
good, I guess.
is scratching his head a little bit, just like you are, Debbie, at how... He's the three-point threat, number one, running the baseline now. Off the bounce, scooped up and in by the newcomer Miles. As the Irish at 8-7, they're 6-5 in the league. Everybody looking up at Louisville, and one for Balagoon. Their largest lead of this first half, a minute and a half to go. Trying to get it underneath to Peoples, who had the mismatch for two.
It was a good job taking advantage of HVL, Haley Van Lith.
Evans off bounce.
You got to play her to drive. Good job by Van Lith.
Peoples again on the smaller defender for 2. That gets the Irish an opportunity at a 2-for-1 here to end the half. And the triple from Evans.
For Louisville right here to pick up their pace defensively and get more aggressive with that high-risk, high-reward defense, which results in a first possession turnover and bucket. That's the way Louisville needs to play right now.
We've got a terrific women's game coming your way tomorrow night. Prime time on ESPN2. The Oregon Ducks and the Arizona Wildcats in the top 20. It'll be the first game for Arizona since January 22nd. Of course, Oregon, a total reboot and a rebuild with the #1 recruiting class arriving after the departure of Sabrina Ionescu.
5-point swing right here, Beth. The Irish hitting a 3 and then a driving hoop by Peoples. Nice leave inside by Evans.
Week, Debbie, the whole NCAA tournament will be heading to Texas with the entire Sweet 16, Elite 8, and Final 4 at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio.
That we're on an S-curve, and the Sweet 16 in one location. Can't wait.
Love it, love it. It'll be spectacular with fans for years to come as well.
She's the best scorer. She's been the most consistent. She's been over the 20-point mark 13 times this season.
Malagoon. No box out from Brunelle, and that allows Elizabeth to get a second chance.
Gratifying how hard they've both worked, and Jaden's a superstar. Yeah. And Patrick is really loving playing in college basketball at a Division III school, so it's awesome.
Pretty cool.
It's just been fun. Dana is.
Notre Dame! They've been down by double digits. Evans with the breakaway, got it. Numbers for the Cards. Triple, got it. Kiana Smith.
You manage end of the game shot selection. How do you end of the game handle it with the fouls? All the time management things that come into play. And if you don't get back in transition, factor in the Tennessee game, their length and athleticism. But she's a baller now. She's fun to watch.
Tennessee and Michigan are still on pause.
Look how low they set those drag screens.
Brunelle off the pick and roll. Got it. Evans gets into the paint. Terrific look underneath and one. Charlie Cream's bracketology this morning has them as the final team into the field. Terrific post up there from Westbeld and the find by Brunelle, and it's a 6-point game.
I don't know why Brunelle gave up that post-up position inside.
Westbeld, the potential ACC Freshman of the Year with the drive and the finish.
Robinson back in the game, Beth, fighting those big post players.
Shot on its way, and it's good.
Look how patient and poised. Dana Evans will be here, Beth. Time and score.
Under a minute to go. The 3 from Evans, and she got it. Mabry with the deep 3. And the long rebound, and guess who? Robinson corrals it. And that should do it.